Today is the last day of my block, and I am so thankful that I am ready for deload next week. So today being the last day, if you are not training hard enough, you are doing something wrong. Deload should be your favorite week of the block, but not there yet. Got to get through today. Today I have a good mornings and then some 3-count pause benches, some accessories. So let's get started. My daughter is on the camera, so if this looks terrible, we know who to blame.
Yeah, Nikki talks shit about my mom. And get fucked up.
Talk about my mom! Yeah!
Your forms are on.
Why am I forward? God, you sound just like the internet trolls. My own, your own kids. Today, like I said, is my last day of this block, so it is my heavier day. I'm doing a bridge block, and if you're not familiar with that, that basically means you alternate your heavy and light days. So again, I'm on week 6, and this is my heavy day of the block. I'm going to work up to 80 kilos for good mornings. When we get to that top set, I'll kind of walk you through how I like to set up my good morning and how you can make yours better too. We're gonna have music over because my throat just made noise. You'll enjoy your colorful commentary. Peanut gallery. Are you ready, videographer?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so a quick good morning tutorial. The way that I prefer to do them, and I think it is a better way to do them, is when I place the bar on my back. I like to put the bar in the same position where I do low bar squatting, which is a little bit lower on my back. This way, as you're hinging forward, and I'll show you really quickly, the bar doesn't feel like it's going to roll up onto your neck. Okay, so as you hinge, again, when you hinge, that basically means that your butt is going to go behind you. You want to control the descent and come back up. This way, you're going to feel it mostly in your hamstrings and your glutes because it's not a squat. Another tip, if you want to have like a perfect stopping point, you can take your safeties and set them up. This way, as you're going down, you have a consistent point that you're trying to reach. I just being lazy, so I'm not doing that, but that would be another great tip. If you're inside a rack, to put the pins up so that you have a consistent stopping point. And if you have range of motion issues, block to block, you can try to decrease that range of motion and get a little bit more stuff going on there for the hamstrings and the glutes.
Take a breath.
What do you mean breathe, breathe? Don't tell me to breathe.
I just don't think so.
Step, I have 3-count pause bench. If you are struggling with your pauses in competition, and that's just a sticking point for you, this is a great variation to include in your programming, especially when you are in an off-season or hypertrophy block, and you're going to pause every single rep for a 3-count. So obviously, your weight here that you use is probably going to be a lot less than your 1 rep max, so adjust accordingly. Let's get started. Ready? Okay, so I've made it to my working sets now. If you've done a bridge block, then you know it is a total rep count event. I have 15 total reps here. You want to make sure that every rep looks the same and that you're doing it technique-wise perfectly. So if that means you need to stop at 3, set your timer, and then do the next set. We'll see. Girl, keep me honest. It's supposed to be a 3-count pause.
We'll see about that.
Do you know how to count?
Do you know how to bench?
have plyo push-ups. You're supposed to do these off of a box. I don't have 2 boxes, so I'm going to use my parallettes. Keep in mind, be careful if you're going to graduate to parallettes because you could potentially eat shit, which I have done before, but not today because I don't need girl over there to talk shit. Start up, actually. Walk it down. Pretty easy. Okay, so my daughter asked me why I'm doing these over regular push-ups. Well, because I can. No, just kidding. Actually, the reason that plyos are really good is it builds explosiveness. And when you bench press, you want to have some explosive power off of your chest. So plyos are really good to incorporate. Again, start where you're at. If this is too advanced for you, you can do stuff off of the floor. Simple things like just catching air. So there's always a way to regress movements so that you're able to do it within your abilities and then progress once you feel more comfortable and you get a little bit stronger. Next up, I have dumbbell rows, and just want to give you a really quick tutorial on these common mistakes that I see people making. I like to use a bench. You'll oftentimes see people doing it off of rack. Totally fine to do either way. I just do find that this helps stabilize everything a little bit better. One of the big mistakes that I see people making when they're doing their rows is using this kind of upward momentum. And you're just not getting the most out of the movement when you do it that way. The way that I prefer to do it, and I think you're going to feel it a lot more in your lat and back area, is to use that full range of motion, but keep your back neutral and not use that momentum from your hips. So you're going to come down, pull your elbow straight behind you, and all the way back down. And you'll notice there's zero momentum coming from anywhere other than my back, which is where you want to feel it.
Get that full stretch.
Yes, girl. Lastly, when you're doing single work, make sure you start with your weak side first. I've said it a million times, but the reason you want to do that is because I could potentially probably do 12 reps with my right side. My left side is a little bit weaker. I could probably only do 10 there. This way, I'm not getting more work on one side versus the other. Start with your weak side first. So we have dumbbell front raises, tricep kickbacks, and then some banded crunches. The rest of this should go pretty fast. I only have 2 sets of each. One of the great things about the bridge block is you tend to get done within an hour. So that makes it good, especially if you are on a time crunch. Are you getting my good angles?
Yeah.
Next up, I have tricep kickbacks. I know a lot of people hate on this exercise, but a good way to try them, and I think that you'll actually prefer it and like it this way, instead of doing it with a dumbbell, doing it with a band if you're at a commercial gym, doing it off of a cable, I do think like you just feel it a lot more. So basic tricep kickback position, bending over this way, elbow right by your side, and going straight back with it. And the band just provides that tension going both directions.
Pull it in front.
Okay, last but not least, I have abs, and I am doing one of my favorites, which is banded crunches. If you've seen me do these before or talk about it before, this is an exercise I got from Pay, my PT in Australia, and it really helped me when I was having back problems because what you want to focus on is getting into a ton of flexion. That basically means you want your back to be very rounded. And what you will find is you actually feel this more in your abs, but it actually helps with back pain because a lot of times in powerlifting, we are in extension. So this allows us to get into some flexion and build some strength in that area as well. So that's how we do them. You're really over exaggerating the flexion and then going straight down. And you've heard this cue before because when I was first learning these from Pay, the cue she used for me was pee in your mouth. Marissa, pee in your mouth. That basically means because rotating your pelvis, like if you wanted to pee in your mouth, it sounds very crude, but a lot of times those kind of crude cues can actually put you in the right positioning. So if flexion cue doesn't work for you, think about peeing in your mouth, and that's going to cause your pelvis to tilt forward and put you in that rounded back position. So with my daughter behind the lens. So if you guys want to see more, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. Let me know what you'd like to see next. And don't forget, if you want to get strong and join the best community out there, go to JuggernautAI.app. You get 2 weeks free and you're going to get strong along the way. So see you next time.